Like to just hit me 3 times like that. Like what? Why am I getting rage baited so hard? Like, is this even a romance? Is this a happy ever after? Or is this just disaster?
Is this your alchemized?
Oh my god.
maybe.
It is.
This is your alchemized.
Maybe. Hi, and welcome to Love at First Plot, a podcast for all romance books. Whether you're into enemies to lovers, second chances, or forbidden flings, we've got your next book boyfriend lined up.
I'm Jess.
I'm Hannah.
And I'm Lynn.
And today we're doing a deep dive into Metalslinger by Rachel Snyder. Finally.
Yay.
It's been a long time coming.
I know, it really has. And I feel like it's quite an interesting one because I really loved it, whereas you guys less so. And I feel like in the community, it is definitely like that. Mm-hmm. It's a bit of a divisive?
Yeah, it's
divisive.
Thank you.
It is. I did love it when I first read it. It was upon my second reread that I was like, you know what? Maybe it's not my cup of tea.
Context, we've
reread it.
We've reread it.
Yeah.
We've all read it twice at different stages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will just jump right in and tell you a little bit about it if you don't know. So Metalslinger is the first book in the Fire and Metal duology by Rachel Snyder. So this was actually indie released back in 2024 and then got picked up and traditionally published last year. Mm-hmm. The second book, which is the finale in the series, and it comes out, I think, mid-year. I think it comes out around June this year. It's called Lightwielder. And yeah, that's going to be the conclusion. So kind of keen to see how that goes. And I lie, it's not June, it's May. Comes out in May.
That's pretty soon. That's
It's
really
really
soon.
I'm
Yeah.
excited.
We're all going to read it.
Yes, we will.
Despite everything we say today, we're going to read it.
We
We'll
have to
read
read it. There's a cliffhanger, so like you kind of have to. So for the synopsis, Bryn has grown up among the Alaha, a seafaring people who took her in even though she isn't one of them. She's trained her whole life to become a guard and dreams of attending the annual market hosted by the Kenta, the very people who forced the Alaha into exile long ago. So when Bryn finally gets her chance to go, everything obviously goes wrong. She breaks a century-long peace treaty and then has a charged, dangerous encounter with a Kenta soldier who seems to know more about her than she does herself. He reveals the truth about her identity, that she belongs with the Kenta and not the Alaha, and vows to bring her back. So as Bryn narrowly escapes death and learns about the magic she was never allowed to access, she's forced to question everything: her loyalty, her past, her future, and, of course, the intense pull she feels towards the soldier who upends her world. That was a fucking tongue-tie.
Yeah. It always is, the synopsises. I can never read them.
I feel like that does give away a little bit of like the start of the story, but that was in the synopsis, so technically no spoiler warnings. As for the genres and tropes, this is definitely a romantasy. Like there's no way that this isn't a romantasy. There's quite a bit of political tension in there, but it's not super strong in this first book. I think it might go into it more in the second book, but if you want to vibe read it, this is totally a vibe read.
It is a
Yeah.
vibe read.
Yeah.
That being said, even though it's romantasy, there is no fae, there is no dragons. I mean, maybe there is in the second book, I don't know, but my understanding is there's not, but there is magical elements. There's also a lot of identity discovery. I have a feeling book 2 will be the exact same. So if that's your type of story, go for it. And some of the tropes include found family, hidden identity, and kind of enemies to lovers.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's a loose.
It's enemies
loose.
because they're. It's the again draws
a
back to the
political.
political thing.
Yeah.
Where they're supposed to be enemies. It's giving Romeo and Juliet, but like there wasn't really much
Yeah.
enemy
Enemies.
action happening between them. Like she
Yeah.
was thirsting over him from the start.
Precisely right.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people label this as enemies to lovers, but I don't think it's like if you want two people who really hate each other, that's not what you're getting.
No.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
No.
yeah.
Found family is interesting in this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
thought
wasn't
about it and
expecting it.
I was the one who put that in there because I'm like,
Yeah.
actually, it kind of is found family
Right.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've obviously all read it twice. I think I was the first one out of the three of us to read it when it was still indie, and I told these guys to read it. I rated it a lot higher the first read. I think I gave it like a 4 star or a 4.25 star because of the plot twist at the end. That was the only thing I rated it for, was the plot twist at the end.
In a good way or bad way?
In a good way.
She rated it high.
I rated it like a 4,
Okay.
4.25 because it was like it was a good plot twist that I didn't expect coming.
Okay.
On the reread, which we did for the chapter book club.
Yeah.
Chapter book club. In January, I gave it like a 3.75, a 3.5. So my rating actually changed on my reread because knowing what had happened, I tried to pay more attention to like the signs and everything, and it just. We'll probably talk about it later.
In the commentary, I think. Yeah. Okay, so for me, I think I didn't pick this up till it was tried published. I rated it 4.5, 4.75 on my first read. I know I rated it high, and then on my second reread, I actually rated it even higher. I turned it into a 5-star. And for me, this is kind of like there were definitely a lot of plot holes and things I didn't think were great. I didn't even particularly love the characters, but for me, it was more that I really enjoyed where the plot was going. So I'm really optimistic about what book 2 is going to be like. I'm curious to see how all the endings are going to be like tied together. And it also gives me a lot of nostalgia is not the right word, but I see a lot of relationship between this book and one of my favorite series. So I have a lot of optimism between that. And I think that's what's giving my personal rating so much.
Yeah. No, that's understandable.
Yeah.
I am similar to Lynn. I think when I first read it, I gave it like a 4.5 or something like that. I remember really loving it. I remember being shocked by the plot twist, right?
Twice.
Yeah, twice. And but like, it's just so unexpected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whether that's in a good way or a bad way, I'll discuss later. And then when I did read it the second time, I think I was a lot more critical of it the second time around because the first time I read it, it was definitely a vibe read. I was just flipping the pages. I was like, yeah, cool. That was such a fast read, page turner, wanted to know what happened next. And then on the second reread, I was like, I didn't realize this part of the book was this long. They were doing this for so long. Yeah. And then I was being really critical of it. And then I was like, it was just drawing more questions out of me of like, why is this happening? Why? I had a lot of questions. And then the plot twist happened again, got kicked in the ass again. Did not expect it to happen again. I like, fool me once, fool me twice, womp womp. Like, And I think for the second reread, I think I dropped it down to like a 3.5. But it's weird. This book is like, the more I criticize it, the lower the rating gets. But as a whole, when I think about it, I'm like, it's not that bad. It's still a good book.
It was a really good vibe read, but I think the more people we talk to about it, because when we went to the book club, that's when my ratings, like I think Hannah and I, both of our ratings started dropping lower the more we spoke to people in the book club and heard what they were saying.
Yeah. And I think like we only talked to a small amount of people at this book club, which we'll tell you about in a moment, but general consensus seems to be some people really liked it, some people less so, and I think a lot of it comes into who is more forgiving with the plot twist and who isn't.
Yes.
That is the biggest thing. So we'll go into it soon.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
But who would we recommend this to? I mean, we've kind of already said it. If you want a vibe read where you can't 100% predict everything, this is it. It's also a really easy read.
It is.
Yeah,
there's no deep thinking involved.
I think if you like tension, a little bit of yearning, and then a nice spicy scene, I would recommend this book. If you've heard of the cup scene and you're wondering what that is, you should read this book.
Yeah. Also, if you are getting sick of dragons and fairies, this is something different.
It's something different.
It's something different for sure. And it's like, it's almost like pirates because they're like on the sea, but they're not really pirates.
No. Yeah, I thought they were pirates.
Pirates, not quite my cup of tea. So I think this is like a nice middle ground.
I think they kind of gave pirate vibes because a lot of it is based
on water.
Yeah. I did think it was different. I still to this day don't fully understand the extent of the magic system.
Neither.
And I think that's something that could be improved in this book.
Yep.
So if you're looking for a really elaborate magic system, you're not going to get it. You're going to get like,
This is vibe read through and through.
You're going to get vibe magics. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Fun, easy.
Should we talk about Chapter Book Club?
Yes.
Just a little bit.
So Chapter Book Club, our lovely friend Natalie chose this book for the January book club last month or 2 months ago in January.
We're filming this right in like the last week of Feb, so forgive us.
And we all went because we were like, oh, let's reread Metalslinger because I was like, what happened in that book? And then we're like, oh, the cup scene. And I was like, oh my gosh, we have to go to this book club and talk about it. It was amazing. I think she's absolutely nailed hosting book clubs. If you're going to go to a book club, you should go to Chapter Book Club.
Yeah, it's like cozy but also so magical. Like she caters it with delicious food. She's got the atmosphere down with like bookshelves and whatnot. There's
There's
like comfy
bubbles,
couches.
there's
There's bubble, there's
wine.
food.
Yeah.
There was a really good tiramisu.
Yeah.
at
There is
the
a
pub.
goodies bag.
Goodie
And
bags,
like,
yeah.
we're talking legit goodie bag. This time around we had, what was it, Frank Body Scrub?
Yeah.
Bath bomb.
Yeah. Like good stuff. There was like sunscreen as well.
There was
Yeah.
sunscreen,
Book stickers. It was amazing. She's just the best. And she's so lovely. She like greets you at the door, knows everyone's name,
Yeah.
says hello to you. Like it's actually so lovely to be there. It feels like
Yeah.
such a nice, safe environment. And like it's just full of girls. Like it's the best.
Yeah,
It's the
honestly,
best.
and the type of people we met, it felt like so welcoming. Because sometimes I worry with book clubs that like, I really love this book, but not everyone did. So sometimes I like feel uncomfortable sharing how much I love a book. But
Yep.
this was like, I felt validated in my own thoughts, but at the same time, everyone else had different feelings, and that was okay too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was very
It was
like safe
safe.
space, non-judgmental, like
Yeah.
very nice. And I remember telling Natalie, I was like, I don't want to leave. I don't want this night to end. Please don't kick me out. Can I stay
we
here
were
forever?
like there.
Yeah, but it's such
It
a
was a
beautiful
good vibe.
space
Yeah.
as well.
And I think you said tiramisu, but like, can
Yes.
we emphasize that tiramisu is homemade
Yes.
by Natalie, who is from Italy. So
Yes.
like, it is legit.
It was so good.
It was so
I went
good.
for
good.
seconds. Haha. It was so yummy. Natalie is the sweetest person alive. I love her so much. I just wanted to say that. I just want to say I'm obsessed with you. You're the best.
She's also a powerhouse. Like, she only came here from Italy not that long ago. And
Yeah.
then while she was still in Italy, decided to start setting up a book club because she knew like she wanted to make bookish friends. And I was like, fuck,
Yeah.
what the hell?
She's already done so many events and
Yeah.
things as well. She's done like movie screenings. She's done other book clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love her.
Yeah.
And
We
she's
love
doing it
Chapter
like
Book
all
Club.
by herself.
Mm-hmm.
That's impressive.
Just her.
I couldn't do things by myself.
Like,
You got us. You
I
don't
have,
need-
yeah. I need a team.
so this is your official spoiler warning. Stop listening now if you haven't read the book and you care about spoilers. So spoiler.
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 So
Okay,
there's
so-
a few things we need to talk about. One is that plot twist, because we find out that Bryn Jovi is actually
Bryn Jovi. Like Bon Jovi. Jovi. That's good.
Oh, stop it.
So she's actually got two names.
Yeah.
She's
as well,
Bryn
yeah.
and she's Jovi.
Yeah.
And she's the most unreliable narrator you can have.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think this is what really like triggered a lot of people into like, that was such a fun plot twist, but also
Right. And I
It
think
was-
it's interesting because we never see unreliable narrator in romantasy ever. Like it
No.
just doesn't happen. It's like, I was like, is this meant to be a thriller? Like what's going on? Like
Yeah.
why am I
Yeah.
confused? And I've decided that I do not like unreliable narrator in my
Yeah.
romantasy. Please just give me a normal ending
Yeah.
with happy ever after. None of this shit, bro.
I don't
Yeah.
like it's so weird. So I don't mind it. I think what's frustrating though is that like, maybe she was too unreliable. Like I've read concealed storylines like this
Yeah.
before, but the way it was woven was a lot better. So it's
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
actually don't expect it, but at the same time you're not
You
like,
can look at-
holy, what the
Yeah,
fuck? 'Cause
yeah.
it makes sense.
Yeah. I like it
Yeah.
when you can read it back and see hints
Yes.
that you're like, and then you go back on the second reread, you're like, oh, that
Yeah.
pointed to
Yeah.
this. Like that makes sense now. But reading it back, I'm like, again, I got slapped in the face at the end again. Like,
Yeah.
But even then the foreshadowing was pretty poor.
There was none of that because I think I was like really going into it trying to pick
yeah.
the parts to see if I could see when she was revealing like that she knew everything the whole time and she's like discovering all these new powers and she was really surprised by a lot of the stuff that was
Yeah.
happening. Like her perspective was just not of someone that knew what they were going
Yeah.
into or
like
who
it,
they were meeting.
it very much hid
Yeah.
a lot of what the rest of her brain should have been
yeah.
thinking.
And then like, so I'm at the end, I'm thinking, did she lie about how thirsty she was for him as well?
Yeah.
Question mark. Was she seducing him
But
on
I'm like,
purpose?
but then did she
No.
know she was going to get her powers when she got back on land? Like, these are so many things I'm like, I don't
because I
get
was
it.
expecting the whole, like I accidentally fell in love while doing this thing.
Yeah.
But that didn't really come across. She was really ready to just
Yeah.
not see him ever again.
I think if this was written in third person, would have done a lot
A
better.
lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been. Was it first person? I think it was.
It was, yeah.
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 Yes.
So
I
that's
remember
why
because
she's
that
the
one
unreliable
line where
narrator.
she's like, to everyone else, he looked like a man holding his cup, but to me, he looked like a god.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was first person.
It should have been third person.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what? I'm just gonna like make a comment here. If what will piss me off the most is if the second book like just gives me a different POV, like Aka's POV.
It's gonna give you access.
I'm gonna be
for
so
sure.
annoyed. Like just.
But I think it'll be drool.
Can
drool.
we move on,
think it'll be
please? Can we
dual
just
POV.
solve the problem? I don't want to relive that. I don't want to relive it. I don't want Bryn or Jovi's POV at the end. Like I don't.
I think
You don't care.
so. The fact that it's only 2 books. One, there's so many questions. How the fuck are you going to answer it in 2 books? But like, surely by the second book, because so much is hidden in the first, she has to have like the most reliable narrator in the second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it is
It
revealed
needs
now.
to be redeemed somehow.
Yeah. But
Anyway.
I'm like,
Yeah.
don't piss me off with the second book. I swear.
Okay. And then, so I've added in more questions.
Yes.
Because what exactly is the rebellion and who is involved? Like, this is the stuff, like, we say there's politics, but the
Yeah.
truth is we don't really know much.
No.
Like, what is this war?
I
We
don't
have no mentions of this war, really. Like, actual details of the war, I don't fucking know.
I think it's just like through history, the nations were separated and they're just anti
Something
each
about
other.
power.
But we know there's a war happening now. But we have no
But what
details of
rebellion?
it
I
right
thought
now.
They were just anti, like
Same
they were
as this
pretending to make
rebellion.
peace with Kenta and Alaha. Kenta and what's he?
Alaha.
Alaha. And then they're
I think
actually
it's-
just going back on their word and being like, haha, you still suck.
I actually have a feeling it's going to be a lot bigger in book 2 because I think the thing with book 1 is that Akka is shown as like this heroic kind of character, but obviously he's not. He's under his dad's thumb, and
Yeah.
the flip is that the dad's kind of a shit.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
So I think the second book is when we're going to get a lot more of the stuff that we don't fucking understand.
So a lot more of the politics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't understand the
because-
politics. Like which countries are like bonded together?
Yes.
Sister is also in
Yes.
the rebellion.
Yeah.
as
Which
well.
doesn't make sense.
When did she
His
get
sis-
roped in?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Are we going to get her POV? Like, tell me when this woman just decided to swap sides.
Like, how
Yeah.
did they meet? Because they're like strangers when they first meet. And then at the ends of it, when I was reading through Bo View, she
Bo.
says like some words of like, oh, you sure you're not going to regret this to Jovi,
Yeah.
hinting at the betrayal that she'll do with Akka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
She
when
knew
do
at
they
some point.
talk to each other about it? When
I don't
did
know.
they
Yeah.
meet?
And this is another question with the rebellion, right? Because I've got here, I didn't realize till I looked at my notes, Kai is leading the rebellion.
I
Not
thought Jovi was
It's
leading the
not Jovi,
rebellion.
It's Kai.
It's Kai.
And
Oh.
if Kai's dad, Ren, is not involved in the
No.
rebellion. So I don't understand.
So it's a child rebellion.
That's what I
Yeah.
don't understand. What is the extent of this rebellion?
I think
Who's
it's about.
involved
I
in
think they
it?
want to stop someone from getting ultimate power. I think because that's
Right.
what they're saying, right? Like Ren, Kai's father is the one that's just drawing multiple. Like that's what
Yeah.
Akka was saying. He was explaining like Ren is the one pulling all the power.
But it's
Yeah.
not
from the soil.
Ren. That is my understanding. It's actually not Ren. It's
Akka's dad.
It's Akka's
Akka's
dad.
dad.
Akka's dad.
That's the problem.
Yeah, but Kai, like they know. I don't think Kai is on his father's side, so he wants to stop. Well, whatever.
So-
I think they're fighting for the same cause. They're just blaming the
So
wrong
it's
person.
the kids wanting to overthrow the parents.
See, I thought it was.
Essentially.
I actually thought the rebellion was trying to get Alaha back on good terms with everyone else because they're kind of outcasted.
Well, they kind of
And that's
messed that up.
Based on Akka's dad, no? Akka's dad
Yes,
was the one
that
who
outcasted them.
Yeah,
Yes,
sorry, I
because
don't know
Ren
the
was, like,
places, but
Trying to get all of the power because of his ability to manipulate. So that's why he was cast away.
is that a reliable story?
We don't know. Yeah, that's,
That's
the
what we
thing.
don't know.
But here's the thing that I don't understand, right? So Jovi says Bryn at the end of the book, like, of course, she knew, right? She knew that they took her or whatever. Like, she knew
Yeah.
the whole time who she
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
But I don't. If she knew who she was and that she was taken away from her family or whatever,
Then she should
why
know
the
that
hell was she having these like visions of her childhood and rediscovering that for the first
yeah,
time?
so was she
like, did she know or did she not? Because how did she know?
this is the problem.
That's why she's
I'm
unreliable.
like, is that the way that was written where she was having visions? Oh, I
Yeah,
remember
and she's
this
drawing
now.
all
Yeah.
this scenery and it's like she thinks they're actually
Right.
flashbacks and
I'm like, how could that be a lie? Like, was she also going through like an identity discovery moment at the same time as also just knowing?
I think she knew bits and pieces of it. Like she knew that she was taken, but she was also still discovering other things along the way, which were like secrets not revealed to her
Yeah.
by Akka
Which I
and
think
his
is
people.
she's too trusting then, because if she had no memories and someone just told her like, yeah, you've been like,
Yeah,
I don't want to say adopted, but like you've been taken.
Yeah.
She was just like, yeah, okay, cool. I don't remember
Okay.
anything about it, but
She's like,
I
I knew
you,
about
and
this
I'll
the
work
whole
for you.
time.
I'll do your
And this is another question point for me. And I think, sorry, I'm going through these notes like chaos now. Is this ADHD looking at notes like this? Probably.
Maybe.
Anyway, when Jovi was taken, we say taken loosely,
Mm-hmm.
Osiris, the leader of Roisin, also admitted that he was the one who took Jovi as a child. But that was a lie. So why?
I don't understand.
But this is why there's so many random things like that woven in and it's
Yeah.
like left unsaid. So then
Right.
it turns out, that's a lie. She's been with Allaha. So why did he lie? And then his brother is actually now the king of Roisin and the original leader is dead. It's like, what?
Yeah, I
Why
think the
did he
politics.
say that?
I think the like kingdoms or whatever, the politics was really just. It felt rushed to me.
It's not.
It wasn't in span. Like it just didn't feel
There's
well.
a lot of open
But
questions.
also her mother has an advisor that looks like someone
Yes.
from Kenta.
I wrote
as
that,
well.
yeah. So, oh my God, my notes are literally everywhere. Okay. So there's a scene in the book when Jovi and Akka are going back to the main castle, right? And they run into General Samasu, who is the one working for Jovi's mum.
Yep.
And there's literally, it's one sentence that is like, oh, Ren, who is Kai's dad, and General Samasu have like the same smile or something.
Like their family.
And it's like, okay, why?
Yep.
Yeah.
Was she actually never taken? Was her mum like, did her mum send her there? I never thought of that till now, because are they actually related?
Wait, isn't
somehow?
it that the things that actually is overlap between them? Because wasn't it this book as well where, what's the maid's name? Like Geraldine or something?
Geraldine, the neighbor,
Geraldine.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was actually Akka's mum
Mum.
as
Yes.
well. Like, why
Yeah.
are they, like, were these nations not even split? Were they just all together? And
They're
at one
working
point?
together, maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
there's definitely
something's
something going on
happening.
and we just aren't privy to it yet,
Yeah.
which is really fucking frustrating.
Which is why I'm so annoyed that there's an unreliable narrator. Like, this is the one
Yeah.
book where I need freaking answers. Like, unreliable, like, I get the whole, like, betrayal part. Yes,
Yeah.
I get it. But the
Yeah.
actual politics, please, just be
Needs to
truthful.
make
Explain
sense.
it,
Yeah.
This is why I gave it 5 stars, because I'm optimistic book 2 will answer everything. And if it doesn't,
If
that's
book 2
when
doesn't
this
hit, it'll be
whole
really
thing will
bad.
change.
Yeah.
Yeah. But on that note, we also
Yeah.
don't have a map in this book. And I
Yes,
think that
that
is
annoyed
a
me.
big
That's a beef.
thing.
Because we were like, where are they from? Where do they live? The sea, the groves, the
mangroves.
mangroves. And then I was like, oh, let's look at the map. There's no map. This is like
Yeah.
the first romantasy book I've seen with no map.
Maybe
Yes.
that's the hint. Maybe these countries that we are like, maybe they're working together are actually right next to each other.
I think
So it's just one big island. See,
And maybe Akka's land is like super large
Yeah.
and
it
everything
must
else
be
is
a
tiny.
reveal. It
Dude, I
must
don't
be
know,
a
man.
reveal that like
Yeah, it
I'm
has
not a
to
map
be.
person.
I don't think someone can be this like
Unreliable. Shit.
not unreliable. I don't think the author can be like this chaotic
Yeah.
without
Or
having a
it's-
plan.
if it's an island and there's like 4 quadrants and they
Yep.
meet in the middle, like that, there's like a connection
Yeah,
point in the
there's
middle or something like
something.
that. It's just yeah, like I don't really understand. But then why would they need to go on a boat? Like
Yeah,
they were-
why were they
they
at
were on a
sea for,
boat
like,
for like the
months
whole
on end?
book? I don't understand where they were going. From
I-
one side of the island to the
I-
other.
Proximity
yeah.
done wrong.
Yeah.
I really didn't realize how long they were on that boat
So
for
long.
until
Literally
I did
half
the
the book.
reread.
Yeah.
So long.
Because I was like 75% through and I'm like, they still
They're
haven't
still
had
on the
sex.
fucking
Like,
boat.
what is going on? They're still on this fucking boat.
Yo, that boat is like way too long. I remember being overseas and being like, yes, Forks proximity.
Yes.
And then I was like, because I couldn't sit down and just binge it. I was reading it like at
Yeah.
intervals. Oh, fuck. I was on that for days.
Also, the boat really is just like a
small dinghy.
Yeah.
It's a dinghy.
Yeah,
like a little
and it's
rowboat.
dingy and disgusting. They literally were talking about like how they saw each other taking shits and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, this
Making
is
it
so
not
not sexy.
sexy.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Since we're on the world of politics before we go into the relationships,
Okay,
the only
yep.
other thing that I want to mention is that with the king, so one, I forgot. Akka's dad, I
Yes.
forgot
Yep.
his name, the king.
Sure. I don't know.
One is like centuries old.
Mm.
They live a long time. I didn't realize. 2, he's always disappearing on trips,
Mm.
Yeah.
but there's literally no explanation.
He's
to what
going
these
to the
trips are.
center of the island where they're all meeting up. Yeah, he's meeting Jovi's
Something
mom.
is fucking happening.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all.
But it's like, is that it? Like the parents are secretly handling things,
I
and the
think
kids
there's
are
so,
just trying to
I
figure
don't
it
know.
out.
There's so many things that, yeah.
There better be, when I flip, like when I get my hands on book 2 and I flip the page, I better see a map, I swear.
Yeah, I need to write so many notes as we're reading because otherwise I'm going to be like crying at the end, being like, "But how does it add up?"
Yeah.
understand. Yeah,
Ugh.
we do need a map. I'm not really a map girl, but I want a map in this.
Yeah, same.
It's the first time I've ever wanted a map in it.
Really, I'm such a map girl. I'm looking at the map,
Yeah.
I'm memorizing that shit.
No, I don't
'Cause
care
again,
where they're
this
traveling.
goes back to the thing where like I envision things
Yes.
when I read.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, are we talking about relationships now?
Yeah,
the
we can talk
romance and the
about
tension.
romance.
Yeah.
I would like to talk about Akka.
Yeah.
Okay, I have, yeah.
You have
You have-
beef with Akka.
I have so many things. Like after I read my notes, I'm like, wow, actually, did I really like him?
I
You have
liked
so
him.
much beef.
I like forgot like if you asked me randomly after my first read if he had a nose ring, I'd be like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that was so prominent to me in the reread. I was like, "This man has a nose ring."
Yeah.
Hello.
And then it comes out and he puts it back in at some point in time.
yeah. What?
It's so random.
I don't even know what I envisioned him to look like. In my head, he looks the same as Kingfisher, but like with a nose ring.
Oh,
Everyone
yeah.
just looks like Kingfisher now,
Yeah,
to be honest. 'cause
pretty
he's-
much,
yeah.
It's the only like romantic book that actually has the character on the
Yeah.
cover.
Cover.
So everyone just looks like him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I
that's
think
fair.
he is meant to be like he's dark haired,
Probably.
blue. Is he blue eyed?
I don't know. He's
No,
tan.
I feel like
Is
he's
he tan? I
dark-eyed.
think he's
Yeah.
tan. I have questions about the romance, actually. Mainly
Go for it.
about the the sex,
Yeah.
because they can do some kind of like phantom
Mind
mind teleportation thing. I really got stuck on this during the book club because Jovi materializes the cup scene. The cup scene was
Was it Jovi material? No, it wasn't Jovi materializing. It was Akka materializing.
no Jovi
For the cup
materialized
scene?
for the cup scene.
For the cup scene, it was
Oh,
Jovi.
for the cup scene.
Jovi
yeah,
was
I was
there for
thinking
the
of the
cup
other
scene.
scene. Yeah.
But the other Jovi was there for the cup scene and it was hot and stuff. But then the Phantoms, they both materialize at one point in the library.
Oh no, she was already in the library.
she
Was she already
yeah,
there?
She
yeah,
was
yeah.
there.
He materialized to her.
Yeah.
So
So
they
there was
can't
always-
materialize at the same
No.
time.
No, there was always one
There's always
ghost
one.
and one live body.
Yeah.
But if someone walks in on them,
Would they
are
just
they
see-
just seeing
They would just see one.
The
Jovi-
one
person.
person.
Yeah.
Jovi,
getting fucked by air?
Yes.
Yes. But they wouldn't
Yes.
even see the air.
They just see her movement?
She'd just be
Yeah.
having a good time by herself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that's how it worked, right? That was like the cup
That was
scene.
the
I
cup
feel like
scene.
described
Yeah.
that pretty well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all.
Also,
That's all I was
and I
wondering.
think no one's floating, right? Because like Akka is like could stand as a ghost on the ground.
Yeah.
So that's how I've pictured it.
So she's just in. Someone just comes across her having a great time
But
floating in
'cause
the air.
she can feel him, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
if someone walked past and touched
Him.
they would feel Akka. Or is it just
But
because
that's
they're
not-
mated or whatever that they can touch each other?
this is
think-
what I don't know. I think it's
I
only
think
each
they
other.
can touch. I think if you were another person, you could, because they have that like sparring scene with Akka's other friend. Anyways, they spar and then he gets too close to like nicking Jovi and Akka stops him from it. So I think they can.
Okay, intercept.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, good point. Because why do I vaguely remember also like I feel like Bo was there at one point in time, and then Bo
Yes, trying to
somehow
pull her out of
doesn't
it.
see Ghost version.
Yeah.
But I think that
She sees
something
the aura.
was done, so she knows it's there. Yeah,
Yeah,
She
it
sees
was
the
her
aura.
power.
She sees aura
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
Oh,
So-
that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
romanticy. Don't think too hard sometimes. This is a vibrate.
It is a
It
vibe
really
read.
is.
Oh, okay.
Akka also has some pretty.
Would you like me to go into the ick moments? of
moments.
Go
Akka?
for it. Let's
So
roast
the
him.
first time I read this was really weird because I'm like, I kind of like Akka, but like something was just not right. Like something didn't sit with me right. And like I was kind of like, I wish they weren't fated mates is how I felt. And then when I reread it, there were actually a lot of things where I was like, I get it now. Because like one, he's constantly ignoring her or like withholding information from her. For example, like at the Kenta camp, he was ignoring her because it was like undermining him.
Yeah.
Then, like, even when they were walking up to the castle,
And
he
to
was like,
tease
no,
that.
I don't want you to sit in the carriage like you're like a hidden thing. Like, I want you next to me. But I
Yep.
didn't think to warn her of anything going
Yep.
into that. And then even when they got into the castle to meet the king, he literally just put her there and then walked off.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I don't like you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So like there's a few things like that that really icked me. And then there was literally a quote. Okay, go.
what if they're both unreliable? What if he kind of had because he was a bit sus of her. There were moments where he didn't fully trust her and he didn't know if
so he's like testing her.
Yeah, so he was kind of like,
that.
I don't fully trust you. Yeah, I'm just going to throw you in random situations.
Yeah, I also just feel like I think it was meant to play, and this is how I'm picturing with book 2. I think it's meant to play into that you don't love him in the first book because he's under his dad's thumb, and then he grows as a character in book 2.
I think so.
That's how I think it's playing out. But this quote, I'm so glad I saved it because it's ick. He goes, and I'd like to parade my prized horse around a few more times.
Ew.
He literally calls her the prized horse.
Yeah.
That's so ick. Yeah.
Maybe that's it. I think maybe like they're matched and they like there's obviously tension between them, but I think they both don't trust each other.
Yeah.
Which is a weird place to be.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right.
Is it more kind of a sexual tension as opposed to a romantic relationship then?
I feel like it's
Are they
almost
both
like
physically
because
attracted?
they're fated, they feel like they have to like each other.
They have a connection.
And I think they skipped to that without building it.
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the book, Akka is definitely like, okay, I'm ready to just trust her now.
Yeah.
And
And
that's
then
why
she
the
also
betrayal
falls
hits
in
so
love.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, because I wrote this too because it gave me an ick as well. But like in that final scene with the dinner, he like proudly walks Jovi in to be like, I'm choosing her, and gives her a seat.
Yeah.
But he gives her the betrothed seat.
Yeah.
And so this poor other girl walks in and is like, oh, my seat is taken, like
then she
fully
leaves.
publicly.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, that's so
also-
mean.
That's also an ick. Yeah.
yeah. Like treat other people nicely
He wasn't handling
too.
his problems very well. He was
No.
just like, I'm going to do what I want.
Yeah.
Wow.
You better have a character arc. Yeah.
I feel like your ratings keeping.
Yeah, I know.
dropping this whole
like I thought I
episode.
liked him, but not really. I really just saw the nose ring and looked past everything else.
Yeah.
I was like, but he's hot though.
And like, I hate to say this, but I think thinking it through now, I'm like, maybe this is why I liked Kai more because he's the side puppy.
Yeah.
He's not going to get any.
Oh my god,
He's
if
not.
Kai's the actual
I don't
love
think
interest.
so. No. Surely not.
No.
I would like celebrate, but surely not.
Yeah, I don't think so. Based on the synopsis or like the teaser for the second book.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. She also, I know she says in one part that she only sees him as a friend. At one part, she did think
Yeah.
that
Oh,
she was
that's
in love
true.
with him,
Yeah.
but then she,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I did write the notes here, like with Kai and Jovi as notes. One,
Yeah.
Kai has long blonde hair and blue eyes.
Long hair.
Does he really?
I did not. Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
really? I thought he
Does
was a
he?
blonde hair. Yeah.
No, I thought he was dark haired, and he's like long blonde hair
No.
tied up.
I didn't know about the long part.
Yeah, it's long.
I did remember the blonde part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So lucky I like blonde dudes.
Yeah.
But also my only note here is I think Kai genuinely likes her, but
Yeah.
Jovi just kind of went along for the ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jovi friend zoned him real hard.
Poor
Yeah.
Kai.
I am also more interested though. Bo, her love interest with the guy whose
that
name we don't know.
remember.
Yeah.
The aura.
Hallis.
Hallis.
Alice, that's the one.
We like Hallis. I'm interested in Hallis. I want to see where Hallis goes with
Yeah,
his.
because Hallis and Bo were giving banter. They were giving banter.
They're together, and he helps her when
Yeah.
she's drunk and overwhelmed.
Yeah.
With her auras.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to see the backstory between them. I think there was more going on there than there was with Akka and
Yes, they
Jovi.
definitely had a
Yeah,
lot of
for me.
chemistry.
Well, I mean, that was like more of a slow burn there. They had the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
hard to say how that's going to go now, given that Bo has run off with the rebellion team and Hallis is sticking by Akka.
Yeah.
So, but
Be
I feel
redeemed.
like Hallis is also
Hallis could be part of the rebellion too. He's a hidden spy
Yes.
that's just left there.
Everyone is unreliable. I hate everyone.
Hallis is very much level-headed.
Yeah.
So it will be interesting to see how things go. Whether he can like pull.
Yeah,
Akka
that's
away.
right.
I reckon they've left him there. He's part of the rebellion.
Yeah,
I've written that now.
And
I
was
feel like that could be legit.
is Messa showing interest in Bo as well? Is that what?
This, I don't know. My God, what if she ends up with Messa in the end? Jovi and Messa? Nah, she will not.
No, because Bo read Messa's aura, and Bo said that Messa was interested in Jovi
Used
at
to
one
be,
point,
yeah.
sexually, romantically, whatever, and now it's died. He's
Yeah.
just really loyal to her now. Is he in the
But
rebellion?
is Bo a reliable narrator? Like, what the fuck?
I trust Bo way more.
Really? Okay. Okay.
But
Is Messa in the rebellion?
this is what I don't know. And this is like, I don't understand because there was a point in time when Kai is talking with Jovi about the rebellion.
Yes.
They're like, don't tell Mesa.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, so he obviously knows some things, but not
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
like at what point do we know, does he know things? And also, do we know that he's a shapeshifter the whole time or not?
Yes, that's
the biggest thing.
Because she's like, I had no idea he was the bird, but then she knew everything else.
Like,
She
do
surely
you
would've.
actually?
I don't trust anyone, man.
And
She
like,
forgot.
did you really just think, oh, I luckily survived the storm when it really was Mesa picking up your boat and moving it out of the storm? Like, also, Mesa, please. They were in the sea for so
water.
fucking long. Why didn't you make it faster?
Let's play Mesa for that long ass, like half the
He
book.
could have been an octopus this whole time,
Yeah,
just
and just push
slowly
them
pushing
along.
it.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Unless he wanted, because like the only thing he did was make them have more time to have tension. Like he fueled their relationship.
Maybe he was in on it and Jovi was like, just give me all of this time until I break into Akka liking me.
So maybe she did know the
Yeah.
whole time.
I don't know, because if Mesa knew of the plan that Kai had set, then obviously she needed to seduce
Yeah.
Akka.
Akka.
So maybe he was trying to prolong it.
To help it.
Yeah.
See, now I'm just thinking that they're just in this boat going around and around this one island.
Right?
That's
Oh my
what's
god,
happening
what
in
if
my
that was
mind.
actually what happened? I'd be so
They've just
mad.
gone around in the same
That's
place.
why we need a map. We need to know where the fuck they were going
Yeah.
from.
Oh my god.
I'll be so shocked if it's actually separate islands.
I reckon it's closer because there's one part where like when Kai goes to Kenta, he says that his ships were like on standby and they were following her on standby. So I reckon they just went around.
Fuck.
They just,
Nearly died going in circles.
Yeah.
oh my god.
Someone probably can control like the
That'd be
ocean or some
crazy.
shit and help them with it.
Oh my god. Anyway, optimism for book 2.
Yes.
No, I'm actually, my expectations are really low because
That's
I
good.
have a feeling that I'm going to get absolutely pissed off by
Triggered,
like having
probably.
extra POVs for no reason.
Yeah.
It's going to be like
I think you will get extra POVs.
Once Upon a Broken Heart with
Ah.
fucking Apollo.
Apollo.
Like, get out of here. I just want to see what goes on. I
Yeah.
just want them to resolve.
This is
Yeah.
like me and Powerful.
I just like, I don't need.
You
please
don't need that many.
Whatever it is, please do not make me reread this betrayal scene and I don't want it. I don't want to see
It's going to
another-
be the betrayal scene from like 4
Yeah,
different
I just don't want it. I don't want Bo's POV. I don't
Surely
want Alice's
not.
POV. I don't want anything.
I'm
Just-
assuming it's only going to be Akka and Jovi. If it's only a 2-book series,
It'll.
well, because I'm assuming it starts with a time
can't.
jump.
Yes.
I assume we jump forward like 3 years or whatever.
4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's specified in book 2. It's a 4-year time jump. We also know that Akka has someone else in his bed, and we know that he's in an arranged marriage. So
Yes.
it must
Yes.
be the girl he booted from that chair publicly.
Arena.
Yeah.
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 Interesting.
Because there's
Yeah.
also a new guy
Way to
Yeah.
piss me
talking
off
to
even more.
Jovi too.
Can I just...
Jovi's got another man.
Yeah.
I actually don't know if it's romantic though. I think it was done as a teaser of like she's got a new man, but it's actually just like her mate.
like
A
her
random
trainee.
It's another messer.
It's someone else in the rebellion.
I just
Yeah.
like to get that slap in the face plot twist at the end.
Yeah.
And then to get this bonus scene of her seeing like doing the phantom thing and
Yeah.
seeing through his eyes
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he's sleeping with someone. Like to just hit me 3 times like that. Like what? Why am I getting rage baited so hard? Like, is this even a romance? Is this a happy ever after? Or is this just disaster?
Is this her alchemized?
Oh my
Oh,
god,
maybe.
it is.
This is your alchemized.
Maybe.
Oh god, we
Yeah.
can't do Lightwielder as an episode.
I'm just like, because like I've never been this triggered by a romantasy before.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're so. Whereas I'm like, I like all this stuff that's
Yeah.
happening. So I think this is your. This
Like,
is your
yeah.
alchemized.
I'm like, it's not happy ever after enough for me. Because I've
Yeah.
read series where the first book will have a cliffhanger and
Yeah.
but I've
Yeah.
never had just like back-to-back slaps in the face like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And I've never had it where the guy is sleeping with another person. Like, you're supposed to be mates. What the fuck is
I have a
going on?
feeling that they haven't slept together. They're
They're
like
just sleeping in
sharing
the
a
same
bed,
bed?
but I don't think that's more than that.
I guess so.
That's my guess.
No, but I have really low. I don't trust anything.
It's got to be
anymore.
mildly redeemable.
I just
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't. Yeah, not for me, really. But I look, props. The only thing that's saving it for me is like I'm very grateful for the fact that this romantasy is different from everything else
Yeah.
we've read. Nothing, and I mean it, nothing has pissed me off more than this book.
Yeah.
but like in a good way almost, because it's like, oh, something different.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a good way.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
I think it depends on book
different
two.
plot points for talking
I mean,
about.
it's just really
I think.
frustrating.
Yeah.
It's very dependent
It
on
is.
book two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on
could
how
go
it plays
both ways.
out,
Yeah.
because this could easily just be
Bad.
the worst,
Yeah.
or it could be a very good series. But
literally has to. If this second book doesn't
Yeah.
answer every single question and tie it all up,
Yeah.
it's not going to land well.
Can I just say, I think if we didn't go to the book club and do this episode to
wouldn't
do
have
the
thought this
reread,
hard.
I wouldn't have thought this hard, and I would have been a lot more interested in book two because of the plot twist that slapped me at the end.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have gone into book two trying to be a lot more critical of it, because now I'm going to read it and I'm going to be like, okay, well, what's happening here? You didn't talk about this. Who the fuck is this person?
But I think it's good to have that. Look, we need to bring back critical thinking.
Okay.
Okay.
So Lightwielder episode recording done.
It will.
Okay.
But-
yeah.
yeah.
Tune
Nah,
in
you
for more
watch-
rage baiting.
We're all just going to vibe read book two and then have to reread it.
No, I'll
No,
make notes.
I just want to go into it once. If it's going to be like this book, I just want to do
Can
it one
I
time.
tell you, the only problem with analytical thinking like that is that like it ruins the experience, because that's what I did with Onyx Storm.
No, but I loved Onyx Storm.
overread
No,
everything.
I did that, and I loved it, and I would do it again. I did
Yeah.
it twice back to back. Like it can be really good when
Yeah.
it's done really well, and you can find the little hints.
Yeah.
and
See,
Yeah.
for me, it was
eggs.
like I anticipated too much.
Yeah.
Right.
That when the things actually happened, I was like, oh, what I thought was more exciting. That was my problem.
No, I think you
Yeah.
need to set expectations.
I could end up doing that with this book.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Well, I hope for your sake that it's actually really good and ties into
hope
it, so
it
you can
fucking
continue
ties up.
loving the series, because not for me. Okay. My stomach is rumbling. Sorry.
It's
Dinner
time
time.
to eat.
If you want to hear more episodes like this, make sure you leave a like or comment below and let us know. Also, please share this episode with anyone who you think might enjoy it, or also liked or hated Metalslinger. If you like this and want to stay up to date on content, make sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and YouTube at Love at First Plot. Until the next episode, see you in the romance section.
Bye.